everyone, welcome back. I thought I'd jump on here. I kind of randomly decided to go ahead and do an Instacart order. You know, it's one of those things. I have Instacart. I have paid for the yearly thing so I can order as much as I want as long as it's $35 or more. And it's one of those things too that you can sign up and cancel at any time. And I had a coworker suggest it to me and I was like, and they had a 30-day free trial. So I tried it for 30 days. I ended up putting in 2 orders within those 30 days. And I liked it. So I figured I would continue with it. I need to use it more to really get my money's worth out of it. But let me say this, because I was a skeptic and you hear all these stories of it costs more money and you got to pay delivery fees and yada, yada, yada. Okay. Let me tell you my experience in case you're interested. This is not sponsored. This is just Lynn telling you, you know, her facts and figures on what she thinks. I would say it's A+. I would recommend it highly. Let me explain why. We used to use Peapod, and that was for Stop and Shop. Now, I don't know if you have Stop and Shop near you, but it's a local grocery store. It was wonderful. They did the order. They have a thing you pay yearly. And then it's free. It's kind of like Amazon Prime. You know, you pay the one-time fee for the year and you can order all you want and it's free. So we did that and we loved it. And they would set the time. A tip was not expected, but was, suggested, I guess you'd say. Where like Instacart and some of these other ones, it's expected. But that's okay. They're doing me a favor. So we got Peapod, and they would come and they'd say, where would you like your groceries? They would carry them in and put them on your dining room table or in your kitchen, wherever you wanted it. It was great. The problem with that is it's only one store. So if you only want one store, that's great. ShopRite is another local grocery store. They have their own delivery. Walmart has grocery pickup, obviously, you know that, walmart.com. And they have delivery for food to your home. We are not in that circle. Where I live, I'm kind of like nestled in between a bunch of other towns, and my town is like, where's your town? What's the name of your town? It's kind of stuck in the middle, and not a lot of things happen in where I live. So if you see me get excited that we got a new store, like another Dollar General, it's a big doings, whoop whoop, in our area, because we don't get stuff like that. There's no Starbucks near us. We got a Dunkin' Donuts. This particular one is not the best. But anyway, so we decided to do Instacart, and here's a couple of reasons why. I like it because I can get Costco, I can get Christmas Tree Shop, I can get BJ's, I can now get Walmart on Instacart, where Walmart itself won't deliver to me. I get ShopRite, I get Stop and Shop, I get 7-Eleven. I don't know if you have a 7-Eleven. It's a small convenience store. Not that I would order from Instacart for 7-Eleven, but yeah, it's just nice that they have it. I have Acme. There must be about 25 stores now that I can get on Instacart. And in my area, we can't get anything. That's number one reason I like it. Number two is, here's what happened yesterday. My mom needed to go grocery shopping for Christmas. So, my day off, now I'm not complaining, I'm explaining, but kind of like adding a little drama to it so you get the picture. It's my day off. What do you want to do on your day off? Things that you want to do. Going to the grocery store was not one of them. But my mom needed to go the week of Christmas. So we go. It was around lunchtime. Bad time to go, but it's the time that I had. It felt like it was not, but it felt like a half an hour driving around the parking lot trying to find a parking spot. It was ridiculous. It was crazy. And then people were parking like kind of on an angle so that the next parking spot you couldn't use, and that was the one closest to the store. And my mom's 80 years old, so I don't want to be parking down, 5,000 blocks away, and my mom has to walk, and I don't want to drop her off at the store and her not know where I'm parked, and it's a thing. It's a thing. So finally we find a parking spot and I park. The carts, there's no carts to be found. It's crazy. People are in and out. I was like getting just watching what was going on. My mom went in the store. I sat in the car. I worked on my planner and I made some notes and, came up with some ideas for YouTube for 2022, all kinds of stuff. It's my time to take notes and things like that. Well, she was in the store for about 2 hours. It was that, she said you couldn't get the cart down the aisle. It was so crazy, and people were leaving carts, and then it was just insanity. Well, while she was in the store for 2 hours, do I have my phone? I have my phone. Took out my handy dandy little phone, 10 minutes, placed an order for the same store she was in for 2 hours, where she came out with hardly anything. I mean, she only had a handful of things, but it was so crazy. Waited online and all the rest. I ordered my Instacart. So I mentioned to my mother that I did this, and my mom said to me, well, the problem is that, excuse me one second, my son is texting me, and he is Christmas shopping, so hold that thought. Okay, so we're back. I had to do a quick text message, you know, kids are Christmas shopping for mom and dad, got to fill them in. So anyway, I told my mom, and she's like, I can't do it because I want to look at my strawberries. Well, first of all, I told her, I've never had a problem with the order where they didn't get me good produce. And I've never had that. Oh, hold on again. Here he comes. So, the other thing is, if you do have a problem, then you call Instacart and you get it refunded. So there's no problem with that. But I understand, you know, there's certain things I too would like to look at. But it's Christmas, it's crazy. 10 minutes on my phone, placed an order, and I got a delivery. Now, I didn't do my normal food shopping. This is some things for us, and this is mostly for Christmas. So let me show you what I got. Then I want to just chat real quick about some of our Christmas traditions. I'll just fill you in on the highlights, and I'll also tell you what we're doing for our menu. Maybe that would help some of you, you know. Anyway, yeah, so let me insert right now 2 pictures for you. Okay, so these are the drinks that we got. I got a case of the Cherry Pepsi and a case of the Mountain Dew. We don't usually keep a ton of soda in the house. We like it as a treat with pizza and stuff like that. Let me get a drink. Dry throat here. Hold on. By the way, Merry Christmas, everyone. And if you see a messy kitchen, it is a messy kitchen, okay? It's Christmas. I'm cooking. It's crazy. Lots going on in this household right now. So, I got the 2 cases of drinks. I didn't feel like lifting them over here. And then we have a case of water that you saw and a case of seltzer water that you saw. So right now they're outside on our front porch, staying nice and cold. And I won't put the soda out there because I don't want the cans to freeze, because it's been about 27 degrees overnight here. But tomorrow we're going to my mother's for Christmas Eve day. And then we're coming home at night for Christmas Eve with my older 2 kids. So what I'll do before I go to my mother's is I will put all the drinks outside on the porch. It's cold. I don't have room in my refrigerator. I'll stick them outside. When the kids come, it'll be nice and cold. We'll take them in probably in the evening again. So some of the stuff can't freeze out there. Water is fine. There's certain things, we've done this for years. We know what can go out in the cold and what can't. And then Christmas Day morning, I'll put them outside again for the company that's coming Christmas Day, and then it'll be nice and cold. I don't have to use refrigerator space. So there we go. So what did I get? I got Simply Orange juice, my favorite orange juice, and this is the low acid pulp free. I like the low acid, you know, that kind of burning feeling. I love orange juice, but the low acid works better for me. I know this is a more expensive brand. It's the one I like. So that's what we get. I picked this up. These were $1.09, I think. Sparkling beverage Polar with real juice from concentrate orange dry. Just looks a little interesting. I don't know. We're going to try it. My husband likes seltzer and things like that. Not necessarily soda. And my oldest son, even my youngest son does, and I do too. So I got a little bit of seltzer stuff, regular water, and then some soda. I picked up Bowl and Basket is the generic brand, the ShopRite brand. It used to say ShopRite, now they call it Bowl and Basket. I don't know. Why not just call it the name of the store? But anyway, seltzer black cherry. I got 3 of these. The black cherry is my favorite. And then the other thing I picked up for drinks, how many of you grew up on Fresca? I don't hear the younger generation talking about it. I wanted a sleeve of the cans and they didn't have it, so I got 2 of the 6-packs here. If you've never had Fresca, it says on here, sparkling soda water, grapefruit citrus. It is so good. So this is a memory of my mother-in-law who is in heaven right now, having her Christmas up there for the last couple of years, and that's what's in my cup. So let me take another drink. The winds have been here, blowing stuff around, and my allergies are bothering me. Breathing is hard. I need to take an allergy pill. My throat's dry, so just bear with me on drinking that Fresca. But when I was married to my husband, when we were early married on, we'd go over for the holidays, and my mother-in-law would always have orange pineapple juice and Fresca, and she'd mix the 2, and that would be our fun, delicious drink. And I remembered Fresca. Oh yeah, I had that when I was a kid, and then I hadn't heard about it, and then my mother-in-law, that was her favorite. So in memory of my mother-in-law, we're having Fresca. So some other things I picked up, these are Brown and Serve rolls. It's not what I wanted. You know, you're limited. It's Christmas, so you get what you get. The stores are, you know, running out of stuff. I wanted just regular, like, little potato rolls, dinner rolls. They didn't have anything, so I just said, get what you can. So we got that. I got this too, a combo pack. We took this on our bus trip the other day, on Monday when we went. It was great. The meat sticks, sometimes you get beef jerky and they're tough. These are really nice. They're not tough, and it comes with a cheese stick. So you get the pack, so you get 1, 2, 3, I think 6 sets. And I'll explain later what we're doing for Christmas Eve at my house with my son, but I'm going to be adding this to it. And if you notice, there's a letter A on it. All these things were stickered. I've never had that with Instacart before. I guess maybe she had several orders and we were people A and maybe she had people B. I don't know. So then I got 2 things of butter. I thought I was getting a 4-pack. I guess I didn't read, and it's a 2-pack. So anyway, I got 4 sticks of butter, but in 2 packs. I wanted to pick up Tylenol Cold and Flu. This is the one that we prefer just to have on hand. Where I work, we have respiratory and sinus infections. You know, things go around, and anybody's under the weather, I want to have it on hand. And I figured while I was placing an order, I didn't want to forget. Picked up Jell-O. I picked up the raspberry. I prefer that over strawberry. You guessed it, making pretzel Jell-O salad. Picked up pure vanilla extract. I am making okay, if you go to the store right now, for those of you that can get this tasty cake, if you can get tasty cakes, it's now called candy cake. When I grew up, it was called Tandy with a T like Tom. Tandy cake. So if you hear me call it Tandy cake, and you look in the store and it says candy, like C-A-N-D-Y, that's why. I grew up Tandy, it's staying Tandy. I actually had to Google it. There was a whole reason why they changed the name. But if you want a great recipe, and I don't know if I'm going to have time to record it, I eons ago told you I would show you this recipe. I'll have to make it again if I don't have time tonight. But it is the best delicious recipe ever for a dessert. So I needed vanilla extract. I asked for the store brand. They didn't have it. So I had to pay double the price, but it is what it is. I picked up some feta cheese. And now it's funny. This one says ShopRite on it, right? But these say Bowl and Basket. It's the same company. I don't know how they differentiate, but, and this is the crumbled. So this is going in a salad that I'm making, which I'll tell you in a minute. Picked up 2 packages of semi-sweet chocolates for the Tandy cake. I don't know if I need 2, but I picked up 2 I'd rather have more than less. Picked up 2 bags of Ruffles. Yeah, we had that with dinner. We made sandwiches for dinner, had some chips and some onion dip. So I picked up 2 of these. That'll be for tomorrow night, as well as I did pick up some of the cheese curls, which another little snacky thing. I picked up 2 boxes of pastina. I wanted Barilla, and they didn't have any. So I said, get what you can. This is Ronzoni. That was the brand she could get. I also wanted orzo. They were completely out of orzo. So pastina to me, how many of you grew up on pastina? That was always a comfort food. My mom would just make that with a little butter, a little salt and pepper, and that was lunch sometimes. That was dinner sometimes. It's comfort. And there are days I come home from work and I'm achy, but I'm not sick. I'm just tired and achy because it's been a long day. And sometimes you just want comfort food. And I don't have any of that in the house. So picked that up. And what else? Picked up a bowl and basket, again, store brand, of the Elbow macaroni and cheese. I am making some baked macaroni and cheese for Christmas Day. So I picked up one to have on hand and one to use. Picked up the mini pepperonis. I wanted the turkey, but they didn't have the turkey pepperoni, so that's okay. But these are the minis. I don't know if you've ever, I didn't know about the minis. My daughter-in-law got me hooked on these, and I'm making a pasta salad, so that's going in it. And then I picked up mild cheddar cheese. I have some cheddar cheese, but I didn't know if I'd have enough to do the macaroni and cheese, and I don't know, is there something else I'm going to need cheese for? So I thought, you know what, let me just pick up one. We'll always use it. I have it on hand. And what was the other? Oh, I got these. These are, I wanted the little hot dog hors d'oeuvres. And they had a box of 50. I'm like, there's not many there's only 5 of us. I can't use 50. I don't have room in my freezer. So they have these boxes. They were 10. But I liked it because they're, I don't know if you're going to even see that, but they're in everything bagel seasoning on the outside. So I thought, oh, that would be tasty. The little hot dogs, but the pastry has the everything seasoning on it. So I got 2 of them. I don't know if I'll need both. It's a small box. I can stick it in the freezer, but I have it. So let me tell you our traditions. Then I'll tell you what we're doing for the menu. And here we go. So traditions. Growing up, my tradition, my husband's was different. My traditions were that Christmas Eve is when we got together with family. Most times over the years, it was always my mother's family. My dad's family was always New Year's Day. Christmas Eve was always my mom's family. And Christmas Day was pretty much just us. And Christmas Eve, we would get together with my mom's family. It was my mom's one sister. She has since passed, but we'd get together with my Aunt Kay, who I miss desperately and love desperately. And she would do shrimp cocktail, and she knew how to do a party. And I was a kid. I didn't eat shrimp, but I loved watching the old-fashioned glasses, like, you know, from the 70s. Some of you will remember, where the shrimp hung on the outside, and she would lay this table, and the smells in my Aunt Kay's house, and she always got this tree. My mother didn't like it because it was hard to hang the ornaments, but it was always a short, stubby tree, but it was very wide and full, and that was what she liked. And you would walk in, she always had mixed nuts on the table and mints, and there were just the sight, you know, it's amazing the memories that you have. But I walked into Aunt Kay's house, and she would have the nuts and the mints and the shrimp on the table, and the table would be laid. I can still visualize it as if I'm there right now. And she'd be in the kitchen, and she was always greeting and welcoming, and she made me feel special. She always made me feel like I was somebody worthwhile, and I appreciated that about my Aunt Kay. But just the smells in her house for any time she would do something. And then my Aunt Kay passed away, and then my Aunt Joyce took over, and my Aunt Joyce, she brought it up a notch. My Aunt Joyce likes the fancier things. She likes the catering and things like that. So we ended up doing that, and she would get the Christmas log and the Italian trays of food. She was married to someone that was Italian, so they'd have an Italian kind of feast and lots of festivities at her house. So we would do the fancier, and we'd have the gift exchange of the, you know, the Secret Santas and all that kind of stuff. We did that for years when my oldest was growing up. And then things changed, and so then we ended up going the route of coming to my house, and we probably did it for, I want to say, at least 10 to 15 years we've done it here. And we're talking like 30, 35 people to 40 people maybe. My mom's family, we'd invite, my dad had some friends, and it was an open house, and we have all kinds of food here. And for the last couple of years, because my dad wasn't well, we went to my mom's house. But what did we do on Christmas Eve? We got together with family. And then as kids, we'd go to bed. And we'd probably fall asleep for about 2 hours. It was probably midnight. And my mom would wake us up. Santa Claus is here. Santa Claus came. And, you know, you're trying to open your eyes, and we'd run out to the tree, and there would be all our stuff under the tree. And we always opened our gifts on Christmas Eve. Always. It was just a magical time. Santa came, and yes, I still believe in Santa Claus. And Santa would come on Christmas Eve, and it was magical. My mom would wake us up, and there was just this, it was this wonder of a child. And we'd open our gifts, and I always put my gifts in a circle. I would sit on the floor, and I'd make a circle around me. I don't know why. And most times we'd fall asleep under the tree. And then after that, the next day was Christmas morning, and my dad would always make some pancakes. And there were times we didn't do it. I can't say we did it all the time, but most times we read the Christmas story. If we didn't read it, it was talked about and referred to. But Christmas Day then became a day of more of, this is the Lord's birthday, so you didn't play with your toys, you didn't get to do anything, you just enjoyed being with family, and it was a quiet day. And it was very nice. And then after dinner, we were allowed to go and then enjoy our toys and things like that. But I appreciated how my mom and dad separated. We had our Santa, we had our fun, we did all that, and yet we could take Christmas, and for those of us that celebrate the Lord's birthday, have a time of reflection. And it taught us as kids to be respectful of that, and we could have the best of both worlds. My husband grew up with the traditional Christmas Eve. You had fun and festivities, and then Christmas Day was when they did their presents. But my in-laws were definitely very strict on what Christmas, the reason for the season, reading the Christmas story. There was never any doubt what Christmas was all about, even though they opened gifts on Christmas Day. So when we got married, it was kind of weird for my husband. You open your gifts on Christmas Eve. Now, he can't wait for tomorrow night. So that was some of our traditions that we did. It was just, I thought that might be interesting to you. And then what are we serving? Okay, what are we serving? We are serving, so we're going to my mom's first, and she's doing a tray of ziti, a chicken francais, a tray of that. We're ordering that out. And then she's doing all the fun things. The strawberry with the mozzarella makes it look like a Santa hat. She likes to get into all the little fancy hors d'oeuvre things. I'm making potato salad. You can see that here. I got my pasta ready. I'm making a pasta salad. I'm making pretzel jello salad. I'm making tandy cake. I'm bringing some rolls. I'm bringing the coffee and the creamer. I think that, and I'm picking up the trays of food. So pretty much that's going. My aunt will bring, somebody else brings a cheese platter. Somebody else brings fruit platter. There'll be lots more desserts and sodas and water and coffee and tea and things like that. And that's how we do it. That's our Christmas Eve. That's pretty much our same menu that we do. Then we're going to be leaving there, come back home about 6 o'clock at night, regroup, and about 2 hours later, about 8, 9 o'clock at night, my son, who is a pastor, has a Christmas Eve service, 2 of them at his church. So him and my daughter-in-law will be over later, and they love opening gifts on Christmas Eve. That's how they were raised in our home. So we're going to open up gifts, and they like hors d'oeuvres. So we're going to be doing the cheese sticks. I have the hot dogs. I have little feta cheese with spinach, puffy pastry things. I have mini quiches. I'm going to do deviled eggs. I'm going to have some dinner rolls. I'll have chips and dip and cheese curls and pretzel jello salad for them as well. I'm going to make 2 of those recipes. So that's what we're doing with them. They will leave. We'll clean up, go to sleep, get up in the morning, and then have a few hours. And I was supposed to have a big dinner at my job, and one day I'll explain all of that, but it got canceled for a few reasons, postponed till January, so I don't have to do that Christmas Day. So my mom and her brother are coming over around 3 o'clock. We'll start all over again. So anything left over from Christmas Eve, chicken francais, baked ziti, we'll have that. Anything leftovers will come to my house, and then in addition to that, I will add some ham. And I was thinking of doing a baked potato casserole, but I'm not sure, depending on if I have potato salad left and pasta salad. But we'll just put the ham on. That's the main attraction. And then all the leftovers from the night before we'll just put out, and then we'll pick at everything and just relax and just spend time as family. Probably remember my dad, chat about that, and just have a moment of reflection. I was in the car today getting a little choked up, and I was thinking of my dad, and I was thinking, oh, it's his first Christmas in heaven. Oh, and I got, kind of a little weepy, but I thought, wow, how cool is that? That he gets to celebrate Jesus's birthday. Now, I know it might not be this exact time, but I got to have those moments to allow myself to catch my breath, but that he's in heaven celebrating Jesus's birthday with Jesus. And I thought, how could I want to have my dad back when he's in a place that, that's a special place. Someday I'll be there with him. But until then, we'll continue to enjoy the festivities here on the earth. So I think that is pretty much everything I got. Questions on Instacart. Is it worth it? For me, it is. My mom went in the store for 2 hours. It took me 10 minutes to order it. My Instacart person was texting me. I was at work and she's texting me, I can't find this. Do you like this? And she's sending me pictures of items. What about this? They don't have that size. Would you like this size? Very good communication in that way. It was prepaid ahead of time. The tip was done ahead of time. So when she showed up, I was at work. My husband was here. She delivered it into our house. My husband put the cold stuff away, lined up everything else for me here. We're done. My mom, 2 hours, and then we had to put the bags in the car. Then we had to carry the bags in the house. Forget it. Are the prices a little bit more expensive? I have to say yes in some cases. What I paid here and with everything that I got, I might have paid a few dollars more, but it was not astronomical at all. I know my prices, and there are things I would not pay a certain price. I would say pretty much the price was what it was. If it was 50 cents more, I don't know. I didn't pay for the gas. It was my time that was not spent 2 hours in the store. I wasn't stressed out by doing all the shopping. For me, it is worth it. Of course, you pay your tax. I did not have to pay a delivery fee because I have the Instacart that I pay every month. I did have to pay $2 because I got a case of water and a case of seltzer and cans and things like that, and it's called a heavy lifting fee. So for $2, again, I did not have to shop for it, load it in my car, drive home, unload it, the whole 9 yards. From me, who is a full-time working woman outside the home, plus I have my own business having YouTube, stress-free, it was well worth it. If I go on vacation and I'm in another state, I can order Instacart and have it delivered to me wherever I am. I would say thumbs up. Instacart, if you're listening. I loved it. Again, this is not sponsored. This is me just bragging on Instacart because I think it's great. I want all of you to have a wonderful Merry Christmas. I will be doing a snapshot on Christmas Day of our Christmas, just put to music and pictures of our family fun and things that we did. Hope you're going to enjoy that. In the meantime, have a very Merry Christmas again. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all your wonderful comments, and tons of cards came in today. I have to go through the cards and give a shout out. And George and Carolyn, if you were watching, I'm looking up that recipe for you. You know what I'm talking about, but I wanted to give you a shout out and wave hello to George and Carolyn. Very special couple. Thanks for watching my videos. We'll catch you all on the next video.